What is going on today, guys? Sticks10 here. Today we're going to discuss some more Toxic Cup meta in Pokemon Go PvP. Found a pretty good core that I'm liking, a Meganium and Steelix, and I've been throwing Golbat in there as well to give me some coverage options there. We're going up against Super Saiyan Spaz in the first match. Hopefully you guys enjoy this. You can see how I'm using this team. You can see Claydol. The reason I'm using Meganium, I was using Venusaur to start with, and because of the confusion users that pretty much everyone is running, found that Meganium was just a little bit better. Also, in looking at the sims, I saw that Meganium can actually win the One Shield V2, so against B-Barrel. So B-Barrel can use 2 shields. Meganium can still get to a 3rd Frenzy Plant and survive and win that matchup. So to me, that was a key just in thinking about the shield usage and everything. Venusaur actually does lose the 2v1 in that situation. And that includes B-Barrel getting the bait with a Surf and then hitting a Hyper Fang. So Meganium just having a little bit bulkier stats there is going to be a little bit better. Also not being weak to confusion. However, it doesn't have the poison typing, which does hurt it in some of the other matchups against poison types and everything like that. So keep that in mind. Definitely some pros and cons to both of them. Right now I'm running Meganium. I think I've seen a few people run it, and we'll see. I think it will pick up a little bit, and then people will counter that. Some other stuff. You can see it's just tanking through these guys there. So GG's first game. Next one, Steelix versus Alolan Muck. This I'm gonna try for the bait here. I'm gonna go all the way up to Earthquake, and then I'm gonna go for the Crunch. I do believe is what I'm gonna do. He actually switches to Flygon, so that's okay. We're still gonna go for that Crunch, and then I can actually switch into my Meganium, and not going to do a whole lot, I don't think, here. Dragon Claw. So it's got Dragon Claw, maybe Earth Power, and let's see, what else could it have? I guess it could have Earthquake. I actually ran a whole bunch of sims on Flygon. I think also a core of like Meganium and Flygon is actually pretty good as well. And yeah, he is running Earthquake on his. So, and that, looking at the sims and everything, it looks like Earthquake is just a little bit better. It packs a little bit more punch and can win some matchups where Earth Power just isn't quite enough. We're going to throw this Frenzy Plant here. Obviously, he did switch out, but that actually does quite a bit, like, surprisingly. We're switching to Steelix, hit a Crunch, and then let's see where we're at after that Crunch. Weak connection, yeah. So we can actually, I think I can survive this, but we are going to shield. It's Sky Attack. I didn't necessarily have to shield there. It does put us in a pretty good position here coming. Let's see what he's got coming in. It is Flygon, so he's going to get to a charge move. Let's see what it is. If it's just Dragon Claw, I think I survive. We do, and we get the KO there because of the Dragon Tail. And then we're going to hit an Earthquake into this Alolan Muck, which is what we tried to set up in the first part anyways. So GG's. Very, very good for us there. And then we're going to go into this next one, B-Barrel versus Meganium. He's going to have to switch out into Haunter here. And I'm going to hit a Frenzy Plant. He's going to shield, I assume. Survive, and we switch into our own B-Barrel. And it's a Sludge Bomb, so okay. I was thinking I was doing pretty good there, and I forgot that he had a Sludge Bomb Haunter. So definitely will remember that now, and it's just a Shadow Punch that time. We do survive, and unfortunately we get KO'd. So we're in a pretty bad position here. I'm going to bring back in Meganium and try to KO this Haunter with just Vine Whip so I can have some energy going into the next match here. Let's see what it is. It's Flygon, so we're gonna hit the charge move here, or Frenzy Plant into this Flygon. He's Frenzy Plant, and we're going to switch into our Steelix. Hopefully he's just going for a Dragon Claw here. It's actually an Earthquake, but that's okay. He switches into B-Barrel, which It's fine. We get Meganium against this Frenzy Plant. And that's the KO. And then it's just going to be a race to, and it gets to, I think this is only going to be a Dragon Claw, though. That wasn't enough mud shots, I don't think. So we actually do survive, and we are able to get off one more Frenzy Plant. It's very, very close match there. So GG's definitely put me, that Sludge Bomb from Haunter put me in a bad position. So here we go against Haxel Blixton. We're going to go here, and we got Meganium into Executor. And I actually do like Executor with the Confusion, Seed Bomb, and then Psychic is what most people are running. So we'll go Frenzy Plant here. I did fake for the Earthquake. I actually think Frenzy Plant by itself, if you get a couple of them off, will KO. So that would be my suggestion. And then we're going to go for the Earthquake here. You can see I'm going to do the Earthquake. We don't get stabbed and everything with the Earthquake, but it does quite a bit. It does a number on that Executor. We're going to let our our Meganium go down. There's the Seed Bomb, and then we're going to come in with Steelix. Could have come in with B-Barrel. I don't know if I would have got enough energy off of it, but Steelix versus this is not a good situation. Not sure I should have shielded there. There's a crunch into the Toxicroak. Not very effective. We switch into our B-Barrel, and we're going to Surf and Water Gun this Flygon as much as we can. And a little bit of lag there. It's okay. We got back. I mean, we're in a pretty bad position. There's an Earth Power on that Flygon. You can see enough to KO. And then this is likely, I think this is going to be a Dragon. Oh no, it's another Earth Power. Earth Power does charge up fairly quickly and does well against Steelix. So GG's. Very, very, my lineup wasn't very good there, honestly. Looking at his team, I should have run something different. He brings in B-Barrel. I'm a little slow to switch there. We get into Meganium. Here, I shield because I'm pretty sure it's going to be a Hyper Fang. It is. So, and I am going to do the Frenzy Plant. And honestly, I should just let all the bubbles go through and see if I could get a little bit more off that. He's pretty close to another charge move, but I should have just should have saved some energy, more energy there on that. And here we're just going to go straight Frenzy Plant. It's going to be do about half of its health, you can see, and one more will KO it. But we're going to let our Meganium go down, and then in comes our Golbat, which will KO very quickly, and then in comes Quillfish. We're going to go Poison Fang, and then we're going to go with a Shadow Ball right after that, trying to get that. Either I get the last shield or this goes through and it does a ton of damage. So that's the two options, and it actually goes through. He does not shield, saving that last one, and we're going to let this go through. Don't think it's going to matter. He's going to shield, and then I'm going to shield, use my last shield here on this, what's going to be an Aqua Tail more than likely. And there it is, and we're going to hit one more Dragon Tail, and it's going to KO. So GG's, very, very close. Toxicroak v Steelix. I almost led Meganium, and maybe I should have. So we switch into Meganium. Executor comes in. We did get some energy there on that Toxicroak, so we're going to be okay. We're going to hit a Vine or Frenzy Plant, and then you can see we're pretty close here. I think we're going to be able to get to another one, so I shield up. There's our next one, Frenzy Plant, and let's see if he decides to shield. Does shield, and then it's just a race. We do get to the next Frenzy Plant, and so that means we are going to KO this Executor unless he shields again. No shield, so each of us have a shield. I'm up a Pokemon, and I have a pretty good little advantage here. Let's see what comes in. Flygon, let's see if we can get to one more Frenzy Plant. I think if I shield, I'd be pretty close. I'm not going to risk it, though. We're in a pretty good position. So let's see. I bring in Golbat against this Flygon. This is going to be Dragon Claw. So not going to do a ton. I mean, it does 25-30%. We switch. He brings in Toxicroak. My goal here is to get all the way. I'm going to shield up this first Mud Bomb. My goal is to get to the Earthquake. Hit that. I could have Shield Baited here, but in case he didn't shield or was trying to save that shield for his Flygon, I wanted to use it. And then he gets a little bit greedy, and I'm able to get to one more crunch. IVs do matter here, guys, because I was able to hang on just that little bit extra. That is a pretty high rank Steelix. Here comes what I think is going to be a Sludge Bomb from that Toxicroak. We're going to KO after this, and then we have enough for a Shadow Ball. So we're going to hit that immediately, and that will KO that Flygon. There we go. And it was a little bit of lag there, and we kind of had some questions if he would have went first, or if he should have. So anyways, that is the game. GG's. Thanks as always to my Patreon supporters. If you guys haven't already, hit that link and like, subscribe, comment down below. And as always, guys, keep on battling.